what's up? How you doing? How's your day been? As you can see, today I am baking a cake. If you would like to know how to bake this cake, which is going to be amazing by the way, then just keep on watching. So obviously the most important step is that you're going to have to go and wash your hands, so I'm going to do that right now and I'll be back once I've done it. I would also recommend that you put your hair up just because you don't want any hair to get into the cake. But I'm not looking like an egg on my YouTube videos, so I'm just going to keep it down. So sorry, Jess, because I know this cake is for your birthday, but you're just going to have to deal with it.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, don't hurt me, sorry.
So the first ingredient that you're going to need is cocoa powder. I'm using the Cadbury hot chocolate one because I couldn't find just cocoa powder. But it said online that it's okay to use, so don't worry if you're using the same as me. And the next thing you're going to need is caster sugar. And then of course you're going to need to get yourself some self-raising flour, a bar of milk chocolate, some butter, and it's recommended that you get unsalted butter, but I couldn't find any, so sorry if it's a little bit salty. And also you're going to need 4 eggs. I just bought this pack of 6 because it was the cheapest one and I'm a cheapskate. Some milk, and of course vanilla extract. I also apologise if there's bad lighting or if the angle is terrible. You are actually sat on top of a cat bed right now. Yeah, the angle might be terrible. I'm sat in my living room, baking in my living room. A bit strange, but it doesn't matter. So the first step that you're going to want to do is preheat your oven. This is going to be either 160 degrees Celsius or a gas mark of 3, I think it is anyways. Of course, make sure that the flame's lit, otherwise you'll end up gassing yourself out, which we don't want. While that's preheated, you need to get yourself a big bowl to mix, measuring scales and something to whisk with. Then you need to get your 2 cake tins and you need to grease them. So I'm just going to have to line them with butter. Now that they are both completely greased, I'm hoping that my cake doesn't stick. If it does stick, then this whole video will be a flop, but you guys will know depending on the title anyways. Now, to actually baking the cake, we need to first off melt off bar of chocolate. You need 100 grams. This is actually 95 grams, but don't tell anyone, it's a secret. It's a lot better to like melt chocolate doing a double boil. I think that's what it's called. But I'm just going to do it in the microwave. But I'm going to make sure that I only do 20 seconds at a time just to be on the safe side. It's also best if you break the bar into each little square. My sister's just come home from my dad's. So if she wants to, she can help me.
What are you doing?
I'm baking a cake for Jessica's birthday. Break them up into squares. And then we're going to put them into this bowl and melt them. It's all melting on my hands. Okay, so I'm now going to put this bowl in for 20 seconds at a time until it's completely melted. And within each break, I'm going to stir it. It is now all melted, so I'm going to get on with the dry ingredients in this bowl. I'm just going to let this cool down while I do this part because right now it's absolutely boiling and it'll probably end up cooking the eggs, meaning we'd have scrambled eggs, which we don't want. I'm going to use grams because that's just the easiest measurement for me. And we're going to need 200 grams of self-raising flour. I'll hopefully have enough because I did not go and buy any. I literally got it perfect. I'm amazing at this. So now that you've done that, you want to reset it just because it's a lot easier then. So I'm going to reset my weighing scales. So now you're going to want to take your cocoa powder, because obviously we're making a chocolate cake. Now, I've never actually properly made a chocolate cake before because I personally don't really like it. So cross fingers it goes well. Please don't get me. It's fine. So you're going to need 40 grams of your cocoa powder. I kind of did 45, but it doesn't matter. The chocolatey the better, I guess. I want to get the lid on. Elvia, do you want to get the eggs? You're going to regret that, Naomi.
How many?
We need 4 minutes. Yeah. your slimy hands. That just squirted all over my knees. I've got salmonella on my knee. Oh, freaking squirted on me.
That was perfect.
Last one. Thank God. You haven't half made a mess, have you? Bloody hell. Right, so now we've done the eggs, the lovely part. Let me show you what she's done. These are her hands. Lovely. There's our mixture so far. There's my table for my PS4. Thanks, Liv. It's on the floor. It's dribbling down my knee and on my jeans. Thanks, Liv.
You're welcome.
So once again, you're gonna want to reset.
For you to slow down, I got used to living fast.
Sorry that it's slanted again.
Guess I'm a quitter.
So you need 230 grams of your caster sugar. If it's granulated sugar, that's okay, but caster sugar is specifically made for baking, so it's just a lot better. And it doesn't go grainy, which is great.
When's your birthday?
It was in March. Ages ago. I was just too lazy. Right, so 230. Boom. 230 grams of caster sugar. And we need to do the milk. See, this is why I said at the start of the video, put your hair up, guys. 1, 2, 2 and a bit. Now it's so sticky. Now you need a quarter of your vanilla essence. Never try this on its own, guys. Do not recommend.
Sticky.
Go on.
It's not good.
It's not good.
That is soft.
So we need 230 grams of butter. Hope that's right. I'm gonna get a big scoop. See what it is. You went over. Can't believe you've done this.
Fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
That butter can go back because it didn't touch anything bad, I promise. Because it's... yeah.
I'm gonna wash our hands.
Gonna just sort myself out a bit. Our melted chocolate is still a bit warm, so what we're gonna do is we are going to mix our cake ingredients first and then add the chocolate in and do a mix again. We're gonna be mixing it off camera because we've got an electric whisk and the only plug socket closest to us is over there, so we're gonna go in the kitchen. The sun is actually going down, which I'm really sad about, so we're trying to speed things up, but we've mixed it. My eyelash is coming off, we love that. And I'll flip the camera now and show you. Yeah, just ignore the sides, that doesn't matter, but there's our mixture. Now we are going to add in our melted chocolate. So we'll be back once that's in. So all of the 95 grams, even though it said 100 grams, are in. And I shall mix it with the electric whisk right now. The final step for the cake mixture is to put the batter in both of these tins. You need to make sure it's even, otherwise you can have one really big cake and one really small cake, which is not what you want. And then once you've poured it in, you need to spread it out. So I've filled the tins to the best of my ability. I can't really tell if they're even. Maybe this has got more in it. I'm not very good at this, but it doesn't matter anyways. I'm gonna put them in the oven for 30 minutes and make sure you set a timer. While the cakes are baking in the oven, I am going to wash up the mess that I have made. So if you would like to do that too, that'll be a very good idea. So I've just cleaned up the mess. Olivia is sat here licking the bowl. I am a little bit jealous, but I'm not gonna lick it. And while we wait, I am actually watching some Walking Dead. It's such a good series, I recommend it. I am so sorry for this lash. I'm actually on season 7, episode 11, and it's amazing. And I think I'm gonna rewatch it. And also Daryl is beautiful and he's my boyfriend. Okay, so I actually had to put them in for 40 minutes instead of 30. I don't know why that is. So I turned up the gas mark to 4 just in case. I have one here. As you can see, there's obviously holes in it because I had to check if it was ready. That one's ready, however, one of them isn't, and I think that's because it was on the bottom tray. I'll show you what I mean. It was on the bottom rack, so I think because it was on the bottom, it got less heat, because obviously heat rises. So I've just moved it to the top, so it's probably going to be like another 5 minutes. They are both now out of the oven, so I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes just so then they can cool in the tins. It's now been 10 minutes. I think we're lucky. It hasn't stuck around the edges. However, we need to see if it's stuck on there, and I hope it's not. I'm going to do a flip and we shall see if it's stuck or not. I shall chop. We'll pretend that didn't happen. I'm going to use this as my bottom layer because it's the poo layer. Now onto this one. Let's unclip. It's kind of hard to unclip with one hand, I'm not going to lie. Oh, she's good. She's good. Now the hard bit. I've come to the conclusion that if one's going to stick,
Then they're both gonna stick.
they're both going to stick. So I think we've got, wait, a stuck one again. Sorry about this, Jess.
This one might be a success.
Maybe.
Yes.
This one's well better. Right, so this one's gonna go on the top. Because this cake is an Euro mint cake, we've got the Euro chocolate bar, which is gonna go in the buttercream, so it tastes pepperminty. Then you need icing sugar. Oh, butter. And finally, you need butter.
We sat down at the same time.
So, same as we did at the beginning, we've just got to break them into these little squares and melt it. Now completely melted, and before we put it in the icing, we need to wait until it's completely like cooled down. So that might be quite a while. So while we wait for the chocolate to cool, we are going to make the icing anyway. So we need 125 grams of this butter. We'll fling it out when you get.
Is that much?
Oh no, do it, pop it. Maybe too much. Yep. So now we need to put, oh, I feel really low down. I think the camera's at a weird angle, but we need to use 250 of icing sugar. Look at that small. I have to go get the other box, guys. I got the new one. I went 7 grams over, but who cares? Oh bloody hell, look what I'm doing to the living room. So we're gonna go in the kitchen and mix it real quick, and we'll be back once it's done. Okay, so our chocolate is being a bit of a bitch, and it is still very, very warm. So we've put it in the fridge to help it cool down, because apparently it doesn't want to cool down if we just leave it at room temperature. So it's probably going to be about 2 minutes. But we do have everything set up, and I'm putting them on top. Then I was meant to put half of the Euro chocolate on, but I completely forgot, and it's all melted now, so I've already messed that one up. I'm just quickly going in the kitchen to mix in the Euro chocolate and the buttercream, and I'll be back once we've done that, and we'll be decorating. It's all mixed together. The chocolate bar is now in the buttercream, and it tastes amazing. It's
We have these
literally,
things to mix it.
it's literally so good.
So good.
Using a knife because we don't have a spatula, but I'm going to put it on the layer that broke, and then put the top layer on top, and then put more on, if you get what I mean. So I've got some of the icing, and I've now put it on the bottom layer. So we're gonna.
Sorry, but look at the colour. Doesn't it look really nice?
It literally is so good. I'm not gonna lie. You should try it. We're gonna flip that over and put it on top of here. Then Olivia's gonna decorate it with more buttercream and these little Kinder bonds. We've got buttercream in the middle and all over the outside. So now we're gonna put these on top, and we'll be back once we've done that. So we're gonna show you the final cake now.
When you say it like that, oh.
So we're just going to clean up, and then we are going to take this beautiful cake to my best friend's house. I'll try and get her reaction, but she really hates being on videos. But I'll do it for you guys. Birthday! Happy birthday. Oh. Bye now. Thanks for that reaction. Bye mate. Hope you like it, and if you don't like it, don't tell me. So guys, I hope hope you enjoyed this video. I actually completely forgot to do an outro. It's like 3 hours later. I'm literally so out of breath and all I did was run up the stairs. My lungs are like dead. My flag is bent. I mean, there's no surprise in that really, is there? But I mean, come on, straighten yourself out a bit. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like. Comment down below new video ideas. I am struggling. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye. Love you.
When you say it like that, oh, oh, oh.